Transaction volume continues to decline, no longer sought after by the world. Where can the NFT market go? What will friendly countries lay out to the rescue? Artists continue to receive blood transfusions. Can NFT create a beautiful new world? This is Media Blockchain. Hello everyone, I'm Michael. It's the weekend again. What are we going to talk about today? Let us talk about NFTs. The NFT that everyone loves and hates. That is because people have indeed created a myth of wealth. Indeed, in the last bull market, at least in 2020, it was the one who led the whole topic. The growth multiple of NFT in the blockchain circle exceeded the growth multiples of all major currencies. Let us take a look at all the blue chip stocks, which one doesn't have a few myths about getting rich in it. I hate it because in this bear market, performance is really bad. I'm so depressed that I don't recognize my relatives. Everyone still remembers when we first talked about NFT. This should be the first issue I recorded in 2020. Works about what is NFT. In fact, NFT existed earlier. The first CryptoPytics. But what is the label for CryptoPytics? Proof the ethereum network. Oh fragile, such a crude little game. You can just dry it up and collapse it. Talking about NFT again is Axie. Axie makes everyone feel bad. It turns out that NFT can make money. Axie also made chain games popular. His equipment can be used in the form of NFT. Can appreciate many times or even hundreds of times. Once again it is a wealth myth. Everyone sees that there is always the same topic. A project is going out of the circle. It's all about money. The first day of 5,000 days, $69.30 million. Let this work be auctioned by all artists. The third highest bid, so NFT went out of the circle directly because of this work. In September 2020, NFT market transaction volume reached us for $842 billion. The whole price is skyrocketing. By 2023, in the NFT trading market, incentivized by Blur S tokens, the market value of NFT remains at $10.09 billion. Let us take a look at the increase from $2.8 billion to $10.9 billion. An increase of more than 3 times. There are now around 100 million Ethereums. It was destroyed during the NFT casting process. Daily NFT turnover maintained around 15,000 Ethereum. But in the recent bear market, everyone has seen the market value of NFT. Shrinkage is very serious, especially when I was very aloof at first. Those NFTs we call blue chips.
The floor price of CryptoPunks is 60 ETH. At the end of August 2021, its floor price was still 125 ETH. In 2 years, it has dropped by more than 50%. The AYC is even worse. The current floor price of 28.4 ETH has shrunk by 75% from a year ago. CryptoPunks is on the Ethereum blockchain, collection of non-fungible tokens NFT, launched in June 2017. The inspiration for this experimental project: punk trend from London, cyberpunk movement, and electronic music artist Daft Punk. As of early April 2021, CryptoPunks over the past 12 months recorded over 8,000 sales. Average selling price is 15.45 ETH. Reached 30,412.40美元. The total value of all transactions is 127,360 ETH. Reached $251.62 million. And growing every day. After blockchain infrastructure company Deepak Tapriel, CEO of Chain, USDC, purchased a CryptoPunks NFT avatar worth approximately $23.7 million. Caused an uproar in the market. Even in a bear market, CryptoPunks is still relatively stable. However, there are still varying degrees of decline. Current total market value of CryptoPunks, approximately 117,431 Ethereums. The floor price is around 50 Ethereum. Azuki was created by founder Zaga and goes on sale on January 2nd, 2022. Everything has been smooth sailing for Azuki since then, and quickly became associated with CryptoPunks. one of the three giants as famous as BYC. However, Azuki fell all the way after entering the bear market in the first half of this year, after Azuki officially releases Azuki Element. Because the style of painting is the same as Azuki, lead to community dissatisfaction. It directly destroyed the Azuki series. August this year, Azuki NFT floor price once fell below SIA, compared with the historical 31.8 ETH. Azuki fell by 89%. Azuki is currently recovering. The floor price is around 5.39 ETH. DeGods is Frank DeGods and his team. Deflation NFT project launched in October 2021. The series features The Fallen, featuring punks and misfits. After the launch of DeGods, its daily trading volume ranks firmly above Solana, second place for NFTs. However, after the third issue of DeGods was released, because I can't do much innovation, just changed the pattern format, suffered from community dissatisfaction. Then there was a massive sell-off by big players. The floor price instantly pressed 5 ETH. The current floor price is about 3.6 ETH. The total market value is only 90,000 Ethereums. Moonbirds is on the Ethereum blockchain. Collection of 10,000 pixel art owls. Each of these feathered incarnations are all unique and feature a range of different rarities. According to data on OpenSea, an FT Moonbird on the day of public sale, trading volume in the last 24 hours reached 48,000 ETH. Transaction volume exceeded $150 million. 2 days later, sales surged to over $280 million. Public sale minting price starts from 2.5 Ethereum, soared to 13.2 ETH. On the third day after listing, floor prices soared fivefold, ahead of many well-known NFT projects. But with founder Kevin Ross, no discussion with the holder, after unilaterally announcing
From these blue chip NFTs, have you guys summarized anything? It is the pricing power in the NFT world. In other words, the most creative and active one, still in Western countries, Asia except Azuki. Apart from Japanese style animation, China is almost absent. Other East Asian countries, there is no big achievement. Today we will focus on. We think the future. The most promising region is Central Asia. Let us take a look at the NFT environment in Central Asia. What's the difference?
According to international market research institutions, the Middle East NFT market is developing rapidly. It is expected to grow at an annual rate of 48.3%, reaching $3.6 billion in 2022. Countries headed by Dubai, friendly to NFT. First half of 2022. Dubai has been established, the police department that issued the first NFT in the world. Dubai Museum of the Future on Binance NFT market, launching the most beautiful NFT in the metaverse. At the same time in the world, the first NFT to own a supercar, also launched in Dubai. And NFT Mosque, NFT Tower of Babel and more. March this year. Fosdaq's physical NFT business. Also at the Dubai Mall on the 16th and 17th. Hold an opening ceremony for it. Visitors can come. Explore the extensive NFT catalog for yourself. Except in the real world. Launching the first NFT store outside. Fosdaq's physical NFT store also provides a complete Web3 ecosystem and a range of services, including digital asset exchange, payment gateway, staking, and decentralized finance. Dubai tries to start from art sector. Create a new territory for NFT. It features a series of thriving developments in Dubai, galleries and auction houses. And Abu Dhabi's emerging ambitious museum project by Iranian-born artist Amir Soleimani. Montour Gallery, a Web3 art gallery founded in 2023. located in Dubai, next to Burj Khalifa, in one of the best locations in the city center.
My name is Amir, otherwise known as Mondoir. I've been collecting art for quite a long time now.
Amir Soleimani, before going to Web3, he's already a renowned collector, gallerist and arts advocate. As a pioneer in the field of digital art, Soleimani was cultivating and promote the development of the NFT field to its current prominent position, played an indisputable role. After entering the Web3 world, he has collected more than 2,000 NFT items.
In traditional art space, I have a fairly large collection of physical art pieces, from sculptures to paintings, and of course limited edition prints from artists from Asia to America. My first piece was from a Japanese artist called Yoshito Monara, and then I ended up collecting a lot of pieces. And then eventually, I ended up in the digital art space, in NFT space. And before I ended up in the digital art space, because I've been into cryptocurrencies, I've been into tech, so NFTs was not sort of an alien subject to me, but perhaps it was really interesting. And I saw a lot of potential in this new technology, and hence I jumped in.
At this year's Financial Innovation Summit in Dubai, we have been to Dubai and did a live broadcast for you. Then Dubai is indeed what I have seen. On cryptocurrency support, on digital nomads, the most open and tolerant country, none of them. We have filmed with you before. We are on the streets of Dubai. You can see you changing places everywhere. You can use it to exchange for local dirhams or US dollars, all fiat currencies, and his luxury cars and properties. You can use you as a payment tool. He said that the founder of Binance, Xiao Champion, also lives in Dubai, so it is not difficult for us to imagine that for instance, Dubai or the Middle East is still a fertile land, because hot money is going to this place. Creators are hiding here. Ecology is gathering in this place. Iranian-born artist Amir Soleimani. Just like we have the same opinion about Dubai.
I see that Dubai will be the center for Web3 space and digital art. And that was the main reason that I moved here, because I wanted to be one of the first who starts this movement rather than just joining the movement. In other parts of the world, of course, wherever cryptocurrency is being used the most, the interest in NFT collectibles and art is maybe more. But in Dubai, even though there are lots of cryptocurrency people here, but they rather spend that on bigger things like real estate or cars.
According to data, NFT market users in Europe and the United States, accounting for more than 70% of the global share. The United States accounts for 50%, Europe accounts for 20%. European and American markets gathered large number of NFT creators, including the United States and Germany, UK, Italy, etc. I can say it without any hesitation. There is no art and culture in Europe and America. NFT will not be as popular as it is now.
At this moment, at least based on my experience, the Web3 community is mainly gathered in America and Europe, but it's mainly in US. And that creates a sort of an unfair situation for creators in Asia or Far East Asia or even in Middle East to access the collector base and access the trends.
Take the United States as an example. Compared to the United States' crackdown on cryptocurrency, cryptocurrencies such as Solana, defined as a security compared to the US's tolerance for NFTs, seems much more relaxed. For example, currently, OpenSea, a platform that supports NFT transactions, located in New York, USA, famous had NFT CryptoPunk. Big was also successively LED by Americans, or issued by the American team. It is worth noting that there are many celebrities in the United States issuing your own NFT. For example, Trump has issued NFT twice. The purpose is to raise funds and win over people's hearts, used to campaign for the 2024 US election. In the US, even if you are an ordinary person, NFTs can also be freely issued. US had an creation of NFTs. It also seems more free. Therefore, the NFT environment in the United States is relatively good.
Don't look at it. The United States seems to be very strict on Web3, as if there is no room for sand in the eyes. But in fact, what the United States wants is regulation, put it in its own box to protect my dollar competitiveness. It is not targeting the entire crypto market or NFT. NFT can rise. It also depends on the cultural construction of the community, and everyone has consensus. So NFTs are sometimes not like cryptocurrencies, can be controlled at will. Press the button to control its price. In the United States and even throughout Europe and America, everyone is love for art, pay for art, everyone has protection of creativity. Is self-evident.
In the category of blue-chip NFT projects in Europe and the United States still have to account for the majority. So, this numerical advantage. In fact, it also brings aesthetic aspects. A wider aesthetic style. A broader approach to design.
Except for the Middle East, Europe and America, many countries and regions in Asia, it's also better for NFTs. Regions such as Japan, South Korea and Hong Kong. A lot of it has to do with meme culture. However, due to the overall development level of Asia and internet penetration, not as advanced as Europe and America. Therefore, for the development of Web3 and NFT, it's a bit like crossing the river by feeling for the stones. Most people in Asia had not yet been exposed to real Web3. Once there is an opportunity, a large user base will flock in. For example, the Ubox team is building this. Ubox team members are mainly Hong Kong indigenous people. They are willing to invest in the NFT Asian market. With current attention and influence sluggish, still focusing on Asia's crypto space, and give priority to adapting to the usage habits of Asian users. Construction of interactive and content scenes.
Of course, Asia has its own market and its own sort of collector base, but that is totally separated from the rest.
Asia's largest market, China. What is your attitude towards NFT? In China, we call it digital collection, because NFT all over the world. Another word in China, after death, only then can we bring it openly to the public. Different from foreign countries, using public chains abroad. Domestic use of alliance chains, some nodes are pre-designed, so it cannot be completely decentralized. The chains currently used in China include Spark Chain, Chain Network People S Chain Bean, Jianing Chain, Tencent Zixon Chain, Unchain, Beidou Chain, etc. Digital collections born from above. Please note it is called digital collection. No financial attributes. Unable to commit price buying and selling in the secondary market. So even if this is the case, these digital products, the emergence of this concept, to a certain extent, promoted the concept of NFT. If China clarifies the legal status of NFT in the future, then maybe China. There will be opportunities to become the main market for NFTs, but at present, there is no hope.
Because there are only 10,000 copies of this thing. It is destined to be rare. In the future, for example, our country will adopt a more ideal or a more sound system to restrict our transactions in the secondary market. If digital collection is legal and compliant, then it must be valuable.
Indeed, Asian-style NFTs are also a big hotspot. For example, Azuki captured the Japanese anime style resonance among large numbers of Asian investors. After statistics, there was a time time zone from 上午10点 to 晚上8点. There is a large inflow of funds into Azuki. This change illustrates the entry of Asian users. Asian users accept Azuki, interested in BAYC, also interested in gamified type NFT. For example, the birthplace of XC is in Vietnam. It attracts a lot of Vietnamese users from Philippines, China and other countries. Participate in gold mining games, especially the Philippines. Even for XC, goldsmithing studio was established. Focus on full-time gamify. Even XC developers think chain games are naturally suitable for the Asian market. According to blockchain analysis company DevRadar and Japanese cryptocurrency company Pacific Meta, a joint survey indicated that the number of players in XC Asia has reached 1.7 billion, accounts for half of the world's players.
On the crypto circuit, Asia is usually understood as a small child, but it grows very fast, have unlimited imagination for the future. But what makes people feel a little regretful is that, although Asia is very friendly to NFT, there are also very active countries, but the gathering place for NFT is still based on developed countries in Europe and the United States as a major origin, especially since everyone saw us doing, after shooting myself in the foot, the European and American phenomenon of NFT. I believe it will be more serious, so now everyone urgently needs one. Works representing Asia. Let us keep the NFT hotspot in the East.
The value that I see in Middle East is that Dubai is in the center. So it can connect and it can be a bridge between the West market and the East market, and connecting these two worlds will unite us as one power. It enriches the market in general and as a whole, and it creates more opportunities for Asian artists to reach Western markets, and also for Western collectors to connect to Asian creators. So I think that opportunity, especially given the distance and the language barrier mainly. So I think the opportunity in Middle East might be more plausible.
Everyone should know that in a place where hot money is pouring in, any future plans you make are well-founded. The same goes for NFTs. According to Mir, it wants to build is the second largest NFT trading market in the Middle East. I don't think this is a foolish dream, but what is more important now is not how big the market is, or how to compete with Europe and the United States. It is about how we can bring Asian users, activate and bring it into the circle, so that everyone can play and collect at the same time. You can also make money while collecting. This is the main narrative logic that activates NFT, and not just a price hype.
One of the biggest subsectors of the NFT market was digitally native art. That was sort of an early and very successful use case. That was not necessarily for the metaverse. That was a digital asset, but it's frequently enjoyed in your home. Those are not pair bonded. They do not need each other to be successful or to survive in the long term. For instance, at Tonic, we sell digitally native art with a physical form. So the NFT is still very important. It's a digitally native asset. That means that the artist created the image and the artwork first in digital form. But the enjoyment is not based on metaverse. It's based on a really real and personal experience with artwork that you live with.
In fact, what about NFT investment projects? Whether you are playing with meme coins, playing meme culture or make IP, or gaming, no matter your Pix avatar NFT or a 3D NFT. In fact, these are all NFTs in the development process, by time by area, a product driven by technology. Obvious investment. You have to maintain a very important original intention. You really want to collect it. It has value. If you just want to sell on highs and make a profit, I advise you to be cautious on the NFT market.